What's good? Man, Michigan, Arkansas. uh, I don't know. I don't know. This is one of those games where, like, you see the first half, you see how that goes. But this game was always going to come down to if Michigan was going to take care of the basketball. That's what it was going to come down to. If Michigan takes care of the ball, Michigan wins this game by 15 points or more. That's kind of where it's at. Um, the ceiling of this team is going to depend on can they take care of the ball. That's kind of how it's been. That's how it's been this season. Um, that's how it's going to be moving forward. I think they had 5 or 6 turnovers at the half. They ended up with 17 in the first 10 minutes. I believe Arkansas was like a plus 20 just in the first 10 minutes of the second half. You're not going to win many games by being up by 15 and then down by 16 and then expect to come back. And they almost had a chance. Like that's how tough this team is. Like they went through all that and they still had a chance. Danny Wolf almost had a triple double. He like 14, 9, and 9. I am I thought in the last 3, 4 minutes, just give him the ball. Don't overthink it. If you want to run some plays, run some actions off the ball, whatever, it's got to end with the ball in Danny Wolf's hand. Even then, I mean, is Michigan ball with Michigan ball down, Michigan down 2, I believe, right? Down 2 with about 12 seconds left. I'm almost like it's like as soon as you cross half, you call timeout, or you just let Danny just ride. Either or, because when you call timeout with 3 or 4 seconds left, now you're limited on what you can do. If you don't call timeout and let them just play it out, the defense isn't set. There's no instruction. It's just those 5, right? If you call timeout early, the defense is set, but now you have 10 or 11 seconds to develop your play. So they went to a little quick hitter with Wolf. I don't mind it. They didn't run it very well. It wasn't executed well. Gale cut about half a second too early before the ball saw him, which impacted the pass, of course, which caused the deflection. And Michigan still got a shot up, got a fadeaway, and it was short. But everything, everything was in Michigan's hands to win this game today. Everything was right there. You could say that Arkansas was athletic. They had pros. They had all these things. When it comes down to it, I thought Michigan was better in pretty much every facet of the game, except they just don't take care of the ball. And it's not just this game. This has happened so many times now. I'm not even sure where they rank in in turnovers. 346th in the country. There's like 360 something teams. Like that's like the bottom. That's bottom of the barrel. And to be a high major team and you're doing that, it's not good, especially in Big Ten play. When Big Ten play starts, you got Oklahoma next. Like they could very well win that game for sure. I think Michigan could beat any team in the country. But the turnovers, they've got to stop. They've got to stop. We've talked about them all year long now. They've got to improve. And it's got to be throughout it has to be for 40 minutes. It can't just be for one half. It can't just be for one half. It's got to be through the duration of the game. The turnovers are absolutely killing how good this team could be, which is like a good and a bad thing, right? Because you can always get like underseeded in the NCAA tournament and you end up with a really good matchup. There's no team who wants to see Michigan 6. You do not want to be sitting there as a 3 seed getting Michigan in 2 days. You don't want that. You do not want that. On one day prep, You do not want that. Michigan being ranked 14th is a little bit overzealous for me. I think they are a top 15 team when they take care of the ball, but they haven't fixed that yet. It is fortunate that they are in the league that doesn't really get after you like that. That's going to really cause a lot of turnovers. There are teams like Penn State who can really get after you. There are teams like Iowa that can get after you. We saw that last game, how they made that frantic comeback. Nebraska can really get after you. But to lose this game by 2, and you had the last possession, with how that game went, I mean, I had people tweeting at me like, "Oh, they're getting taken to the woodshed." I'm like, yeah, but like, it's not really Arkansas's doing. It's just Michigan just doing what they do. You know what I mean? Really, really, really tough way to lose, honestly. In a game that you were better than the other team. You were better than the other team. Yeah, not as athletic, maybe not as quick, but in terms of being a team, I mean, Michigan made big plays to get back into that game. Big stops. They took care of the ball. Man, this is one of those losses that are going to be really tough. Going to be really tough to look back and be like, man, right there. This falls into that Wake Forest category too, where one segment of bad turnovers, you give up kill shots, losses happen. All you can do is learn from it. That's all you can do is learn from it. They have Oklahoma, PFW, which is a good mid-major. Western Kentucky, another good mid-major. Then they go to USC and they go to UCLA. You turn the ball over against those teams, you will leave LA 0-2 on that trip. I'm telling you that right now. But either way, good to see the team fight. Good to see that they fought back, but man, I can't iterate the turnovers enough. They have to find a way to work on it without killing the fire of the team. You still want them to play aggressive and play loose, but they got to take care of the ball. Got to take care of the ball, bro. That's what it comes down to. Lost by 2 to a team that you should have beat, and it came down to just not being able to take care of the rock. Like it seems so fixable, right? You can't always control the ball going in. You can't always control the ball. Getting, you can't always control offense being executed perfectly. You can control taking care of the ball. Sometimes it gets a forced turnover. I get it. But like throwing the ball out of bounds, just like a turnover every minute. That's like one every other possession. And then you're not even getting in rhythm to have good offensive possessions. It just piles on top of each other on just bad and negative and bad and negative. The fact they were in this game just shows you how good they can be.
Dan Dakich can't guard me.